Results are in, Friday the 13th, commanding Tory majority. After all but one seat declared, Conservatives on 364, Labour on 203, SNP 48, Lib Dems 11, DUP 8, and then 15 other seats. The leader of the Lib Dems actually lost her seat to the SNP. Terrible night for the Lib Dems. Awful night for Labour. It's their worst result since 1935. Many people in the Labour Party blaming Corbyn for the result. As leader, he does have to shoulder his share of responsibility for this. I'm sure he will understand. Former so-called Red Wall Labour constituencies, for a long time, they fell to the Tories yesterday. A lot of working people in the North East and the Midlands abandoned Labour and threw in with Boris Johnson. A lot of people being attracted by the simplicity of Johnson's campaign and slogan, no doubt. This was a Brexit election and the Tories are the Brexit party now. No need for the actual Brexit party, who didn't win a single seat. Corbyn will of course step down after what he calls a quiet period of reflection. He couldn't stay on after this disaster. It's a huge blow for the Labour Party, but they can recover. As for the Remain cause, it cannot. It's dead as a doornail. The so-called Eurosceptics of the Tory hard right have won. They will get their way. The UK will be leaving the EU at the end of January 31st, and then a transition to the end of 2020. Maybe a trade deal, FTA, being worked on in the years to come. But the UK will be diverging from the European Union. The future of the NHS in Boris Johnson and a hard right government's hands, many people will no doubt shudder to think. Just a quick comment on proportional representation, or lack thereof. We do have a sort of old-fashioned first-past-the-post system here. The Tories, 43.6% of the vote and a 364-seat return, with almost 14 million votes for them. So, not very proportional, is it? But hey, I'm here in Ireland, where I've been living for the past 6 months. Not massively surprised that this has happened. The last 3.5 years have been failure after failure, disappointment upon disappointment in British politics from my perspective. So, I guess I've become somewhat jaded. I think I really will phase a lot of it out now. I'm bored sick of talking and thinking about it. A liar and a coward has won a thumping majority. The Tory party has benefited from the chaos and division that it has caused. So, 3 cheers for the party of the establishment. Well done, boys. Good stuff. Whether there's another independence referendum in Scotland in the near future remains to be seen. The Tories have the power to block it, I understand. But we'll see. Bigger picture, UK citizens will be losing EU citizenship. Losing rights. Gaining what, as individuals, I ask? Gaining what? These people in poorer areas of the country who threw in with the Tories, I can't help but think this has a lot more to do with a sense of betrayal, resentment, xenophobia and nativism than it does with any genuine hope for the future, hope that these areas will be regenerated. But the right-wing press have created a very effective boogeyman in the European Union, credit where it's due. People have been eating up a Europhobic narrative for decades. But hey, the UK outside of the EU, whether that works out or not in the long term, we'll have to wait years and maybe even decades to see. We'll find out. And I will see you next time, ladies and gents. Take it easy.